most retailers don't understand how fast this is happening.
Scott, Mai-Britt, welcome. Scott, there's a lot of talk at the moment about agentic AI, but what does that mean practically for retailers?
Do you know, most retailers have focused, I think, on three areas. The first is personalization to customers. You know, we now, as retailers, generally have more data about our customers. So, for example, at DFI, we have 1 billion transactions a year across our 7,500 stores, 8 different economies. So we've got a very good pulse. So how do we take that information and customize using AI to our customers to improve not only their shopping experience, but to gain share? The second is just the whole back office area. The forecast of how companies will be able to replace that outsourcing with their own capability means that it's going to change the dynamics of back office, traditional ERPs. And then the third is probably the harder area, is being a great merchant. You know, as a customer, you go and you stand in front of oral care at your health and beauty. You don't realize the amount of design and intellect that went behind that in a traditional retail. AI is just speeding that process up dramatically over, say, the last even 6 to 9 months.
Mai-Britt, how far ahead are most retailers when it comes to using AI and scaling it?
We just released a new report on that, where we surveyed a number of retailers throughout the world. And what we see is actually a bifurcation. So 45% of retailers are well ahead. They are adopting the technology and they are scaling it at enterprise level. They are beyond the proof of concept and the use case stage. However, we have another 40% who have barely begun. So we see a clear bifurcation happening.
Of those that are well on the way, where are they putting their focus?
So back to Scott's point, they are really focused on the merchandising function. Because of the great data availability, AI is perfect for the merch function. So working on pricing, promotion, assortment structures, and even negotiation agents.
But where it's not yet, to me, really having a major impact is understanding innovation. You know, this is the one thing where, you know, I go back to, say, Dubai chocolate, which was a massive hit. You know, if you, as a merchant, just follow the social media suggested, data suggested, it's based upon something that's already a trend that's going to die. And really, I don't think yet replacing that design process. We'll get there. But right now, that's where humans are still required, is merchants who have a fantastic pulse of the customer.
I agree. And I would also say our experience is combining the AI with human creativity and judgment, you get to the best result. It's not AI alone and it's not human, it's the combination, to your point.
When we look across this AI transformation in retail, though, what do you think is being missed the most or underestimated the most?
You know, I think most retailers don't understand how fast this is happening. And, you know, I had an opportunity to attend a 4-hour lecture by someone who's seen as an expert, Dr. Kai-Fu Lee, who, you know, created the Microsoft Research Lab. He was the Google China head for many years and now runs his own sort of AI think tank. And as he talked, my head was just spinning by understanding that those who live in the technical world, their quick adoption of open source frameworks to create their own solutions means that for 20 years, we've moved away from proprietary build into buy. That's being reversed in 18 months. That move from buy back to build. And I hadn't realized how fast it is when I talk to other retailers. I think they're unprepared as well. Back to the 45% are kind of doing it, 40% haven't even started.
Yeah, absolutely. What I would also say, the pace of innovation, I totally agree. I was in China last week and I was blown away. We are talking about innovation in hours and days, not years and months when you talk to the startup companies. What I would build on is the human factor as well. It's how CEOs get the organization along and how we think about structuring the AI effort so it becomes programmatic and delivers the impact at scale.
Mai-Britt, Scott, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.